Well, good morning, traders. Certainly a small victory for the bears coming across different asset classes today. Certainly seeing the yen working a little bit better. We've got dollar yen, a lot of flow looking for dollar yen to break the 106 level. There's been an article coming through the South China Morning Post. We've heard it before, but certainly China talking about retaliation to anything the US do and cutting their US Treasury holdings. Obviously, this is not coming at an opportune time with the US Treasury Department under Mnuchin looking to go through probably the biggest refunding operation that they've ever seen. So certainly that's not a great situation there. And I think that's weighed a little bit on the equity markets. Okay, the Nasdaq's been a pillar of strength, and you've seen three stocks, Apple, Amazon and Microsoft, adding about 5 points to the S&P. Again, showing that sort of concentration risk, but on the whole, you've seen small cap cyclical stocks underperforming, and we've seen a weak tape again coming through in the oil markets despite what was actually quite a good inventory report across the different spectrums there. So let's have a look at the markets and see how we're breaking them down today. Have a look at the implied rate here in the overnight index swaps in the US. You can see that that's now negative. So there is a debate if we go out to January that the market's having that we could see the Fed Act being changed and we actually see negative interest rates in the US. This is a new development, something that we're definitely keeping an eye on. It wouldn't work well particularly for commercial papers, and there's a lot of headwinds there. But certainly this is a new development that the market is having a debate that we're going to see negative interest rates in the US. Okay, let's look at FX moves worthy of note here. You've got the yen, the best performer in the G10 currencies there. So dollar yen looking like it wants to go down to 106 and perhaps even through there. Sterling yen very much in focus. The Bank of England this afternoon. We're talking whether or not we're going to see the asset purchase program increased. Euro yen's a trade we've liked, and certainly the downside there looks like it wants to come further going lower. With the Brazilian real under a bit of pressure there, we've seen the central bank there cutting the Selic rate by 75 basis points. That's 25 more than what the market was looking for. So we expect to continue to see the real under a little bit of pressure. In terms of equity markets, we've got the S&P down 0.7%. The Nasdaq continues to soldier on. I think there's about three stocks, Apple, Amazon and Microsoft, which added about 5 index points to the S&P. So again, we talk about concentration risk. In terms of Asia, we've got SPI futures down 0.9%. S&P futures since the cash close in Australia are down about 1.3%, so that may weigh. Have a look at what we've been seeing in the crude markets. As I say, despite what we saw of a decent inventory report, down, and that may weigh a little bit there as well. So one to watch, trading with Pepperstone.